Joseph and okay, good morning. Okay, Joseph and siapa tidak ada di sini? Rosiana. Ya, maybe line dia tak bagus. Okay, so untuk format yang begini, the section A we have 10 questions. 10 questions like this, 1 to 10. And normally is we say the short questions, and then 40 marks. So the marks is kalau you tengok 40 markah ada ke bahagi 10 soalan, 1 soalan 4 markah. Tidak ada ketetapan. Maybe some of the question only 3 marks, maybe some of the question 5 marks or 6 marks. So not properly 4 marks for each question for section A. So maybe for question 1, a set maybe 3 marks, but maybe some of the question like matrix and so on, maybe 5 marks and so on. So biasanya bahagian A daripada yang diberitahu ialah 3 to 6 marks. 3 to 6 marks, maximum 6 marks, minimum 3 marks. Okay. All right. So now we go to next questions. Next question, Jane. Next question is after no Shafika siapa? No Shafika, Rooney. Yeah. So Rooney is 11. Yes. So actually questions 11. I think all of you have the questions paper. So the table shows Jet Sarah's financial planning. This is Form 4 last topic lah. Form 4 last topic, consumer mathematics also. But this is the last topic in Form 4. Last topic in Form 4. Where the title is financial management, is it? Sudah lupa. Financial management, ya, pengurusan keuangan. Okay, and then you are given the table. This is Sarah's financial planning. Net income 4,100 per month. This is per month. And then passive income 400. Maksudnya kadang-kadang ada, kadang-kadang tak ada. Kalau ada OT, dia ada buat overtime, mungkin ada lah tempat ini. Kalau tak ada, tak ada lah. And then total monthly income 4,500. Kalau jumlahkan yang pertama dengan yang kedua. Okay. Pertama yang kedua. Okay. We total out is 4,500. Okay. And then we need to minus fixed monthly saving. Oh, dia tidak ada buat. Dia tidak ada buat monthly saving. Zero here. Ini financial planning yang tidak baik lah. Tidak ada simpanan. Simpanan tetap. No. And then emergency fund 200 per month. Dia saving for emergency fund. And then what is the income balance? Okay, income balance for T. So this is your answer. Yeah, Rooney, you can start. Rooney. Rooney, hello. Okay, so if like that, I try to read for you lah. So the T is 4,500 minus 200. So you get 4,300. That is correct. Yeah, you are correct. 4,300. And then after that, we look at the housing loan. This is a monthly fixed expenses. Ini yang setiap bulan dia memang perbelanjaan tetap lah. Ini mesti mesti bayar punya. So housing loan 1,500, car installment 750 ringgit. So the total monthly fixed expenses is 2,250. And then monthly variable expenses ini tidak tetap. Kadang-kadang mungkin lebih, kadang-kadang mungkin kurang. Yang kita boleh jimat ialah daripada bahagian inilah, monthly variable expenses. Yang housing loan dengan car installment itu memang tidak boleh dielakkan. So groceries 1,000, utility bills 550. Wow, banyak ni. And then travel saving 600. Oh, banyak. Okay, what is the total monthly variable expenses? So total monthly expenses, you just add on 1,000 plus 550 plus 600. So total is 2,150 ringgit. Yes, this is correct. U is correct. T already correct. U correct. Okay, V. How about the V? V is a surplus of income. So surplus of income, you need to use the T. T maksudnya income balance. Okay, lepas kita tolak dengan emergency fund 4,300 minus 2,250. This is monthly fixed expenses, and then minus also the monthly variable expenses 2,150. Oh, negative 100. What do you mean by negative 100? What do you mean by negative 100? Negative 100 mean kalau ikut gaji yang dia dapat ini dan dia buat perbelanjaan macam ini, setiap bulan dia punya gaji tidak cukup. Dia kena hutang RM100 ini. Dia tidak cukup kalau ikut perbelanjaan macam ini. But it's never mind. So the V is negative 100. Normally negative in front of RM. Rooney, negative RM 100. We didn't write RM negative 100. Ini macam RM tolak 100 ini tak betul tulisan dia, cara tulis tak betul. Negative RM 100. Okay. Alright, so these 3 marks already very easy. And then we go to the B. Calculate the Jet Sara's cash flow. Ada cash flow kah? Cash flow maksudnya V lah. V itu ialah cash flow. So di sini kalau kita tengok dia punya cash flow, awak tulis negative RM 100. Itu cash flow dia. Negative RM 100. Ini dia. You tulis jangan ikut yang ini Negative RM 100. Itu ialah cash flow dia. And then next, determine whether the Jet Sara manage her finance efficiently or not. Adakah dia menguruskan kewangannya dengan cekap atau tidak cekap? You tulis so the answer should be inefficiently. Betul. Ini betul inefficiently. Jet Sara manage her finance inefficiently. Yes, correct. Tapi dia tidak jawab cash flow. So awak kena tulis cash flow equals to negative RM 100. And then second row you write Jet Sara manage her finance inefficiently. Inefficiently. Okay, full stop. And then the third row, give your justification. Why you say that Jet Sara punya finance manage her finance inefficiently. Kenapa kita kata dia punya pengurusan kewangan dia tidak cekap? Why? You give your reason. So reason di sini yang diberi oleh Rooney ialah surplus of income RM100. Surplus, okay. Sebab dia ada, maksud dia di sini ialah dia tidak cukup kan surplus of income. Ataupun awak boleh juga tulis ini expenses more than balance of income. You write down expenses perbelanjaan expenses more than income balance. Perbelanjaan melebihi baki gaji. Mana boleh kan? Gaji hanya 4,500. Tolak dengan emergency fund 200, tinggal 4,300. Tapi perbelanjaan lebih daripada itu. Itu tak boleh lah. So normally perbelanjaan pengurusan kewangan yang cekap ialah kita mesti ada gaji kita melebihi perbelanjaan, bukan perbelanjaan melebihi gaji tapi ini keadaan yang sebenar dalam masyarakat kita sekarang. Okay, so I repeat, expenses more than balance of income. This is the B. Okay, C. Jet Sara plans to buy a plot of land for 36,000 within 3 years. Dia bercadang, rancang dia nak beli satu bidang tanah, sebidang tanah lot dia dengan harga RM36,000. Calculate her monthly saving. and provide 2 improvement suggestion for her to achieve that goal. Okay, so kalau dia nak beli dalam masa 3 tahun, berapa simpanan bulanan yang perlu dia buat? So ini yang Rooney buat. Boleh nampak? Can you see this? Can, bolehkah?
Boleh.
Okay. Boleh. So monthly saving needed 3 years. 1 year, 36,000 is it? RM 36, ini dia tak ada RM. RM 36,000 divide by 3 years. 1 year is 12 months. So 12 times 3 is correct. So means that monthly saving needed is 1,000 ringgit. Padahal pada awal tadi, dia punya gaji tidak cukup untuk perbelanjaan. Perbelanjaan dia melebihi 100. Tapi kalau dia nak beli tanah ini, dia kena buat simpanan 1,000 satu bulan dalam 3 tahun. Tapi dia punya gaji tak cukup kan? Perbelanjaan lebih daripada gaji. Okey, apakah cadangan yang boleh kita berikan supaya Cik Sarah ini boleh membuat simpanan bulanan 1,000 untuk mencapai matlamat dia, iaitu membeli sebidang lot tanah yang berharga 36,000. Okay, di sini Rooney buat she can spend 400 for monthly grocery. Monthly grocery ialah 1,000. Kasihanlah kalau dia satu grocery, maksudnya ini termasuk dia punya makan barangan tapau lah, nasi ke sayur ke apalah, ikan ke sebagainya. Tapi daripada 1,000 itu, you kurangkan kepada 400, ini setiap hari makan telur masing ini. 30 hari ya. 30 hari satu bulan itu hanya perbelanjaan untuk dapur 400. Dia nak makan apa? Satu hari baru belas ringgit. Pagi itu makan biskut lah. Tengah hari nasi dengan telur goreng ke? And then malam nasi dengan kicap. So mungkin ini bukan cara yang terbaik untuk dia. Mungkin kalau you kata spend 800 for monthly grocery lah, kurangkan 200 ke, tapi kalau kurang 1,000 turun ke 400 itu nak makan apa? Kan kita tahu kalau nasi ayam pun sudah 5-6 ringgit satu di luar. Ini 400 satu bulan itu, satu hari baru 13 ringgit. Nak makan apa kalau 13 ringgit satu hari itu? Okay, so maybe lah, maybe kita boleh kata spend 800 for monthly grocery untuk kita kurangkan 200. Itu satu cadangan lah. And then she can save 100 ringgit for travel saving. Maksudnya daripada travel saving itu dia ada 600 kan, dia kurangkan 100. Maksudnya dia gunakan 100 itu untuk simpan. Tapi kalau 100 itu untuk simpan, sini dia daripada 1,000 menjadi 400. 1,000 menjadi 400 maksudnya dia jimat 600 daripada grocery ya. Dengan dia simpan 100 daripada travel saving, itu pun 700 semua. Mana cukup 1,000 kan? So tak betul, you kena buat sampai dia cukup untuk dia simpan 1,000. Itu cadangan yang perlu kita buat. So mungkin dua cadangan ini saya tak boleh kata tak betul sebab jumlah itu tidak sama dengan 1,000 lah. Jumlah itu tidak sama dengan 1,000. Ya, kalau sama dengan 1,000 bolehlah. Dia kata nak turunkan grocery, monthly grocery ke 400. Actually up to you lah. Kalau you nak setiap hari makan telur dengan nasi, boleh. Boleh sebab dia tak salah, dia boleh turunkan itu. Tetapi kalau jumlahkan sini jimat 600, ini jimat 100, baru 700 pun tak cukup untuk bayar 1,000. Itu maksud saya. Jadi awak kena fikirlah dari situ. Okey, satu saya bagi cadangan lah. Yang pertama, we reduce the variable expenses. Reduce variable expenses. Kita mengurangkan perbelanjaan tidak tetap. Kalau kita tengok if we look apa itu? If we look at the monthly variable expenses, dia punya utility, expenses itu terlalu banyak lah. Terutamanya tengok utility bills. 550 terlalu tinggi ya. Kalau biasanya bil air pun 20 lebih ringgit kan. Kalau elektrik dengan aircon, kalau dia seorang saja mungkin satu bulan 100 lebih lah, tak sampailah jumlah itu 550 kecuali dia punya aircon open 24 jam. Jadi saya rasa dia boleh jimat dari segi utility bill lah. So reduce the variable expenses like utility bills or travel saving. Or travel saving. Boleh ya? Mungkin dia punya travel saving itu 600, mungkin dia separuhkan. Jimat apa? Bukan jimat lah, dia simpan 300 untuk beli tanah, 300 untuk travel saving lah macam itu. So reduce, mengurangkan. Reduce the variable expenses. Reduce the variable expenses like utility bills or travel saving. Travel saving. Okey, apakah cadangan seterusnya yang boleh kita beri ya selain daripada yang saya sebut itu reduce the variable expenses? Gloria, what others suggestion you can give? Hello? Hey. Ya, Gloria. Tidak ada. Syafika. Syafika. What is your suggestions? Another suggestion? Syafika? Tidak ada orang kah? Halo? Boleh dengar suara saya kah?
Boleh.
Yeah. Yeah, Syafika, yes. What is your answer? Or anybody have any answer for the second suggestions? Number one, reduce variable expenses. Okay, number two?
She can increase her passive income.
Yeah, maybe she can try to increase her income. Yes, dia boleh cuba meningkatkan pendapatan. Contohnya pada weekend dia kerja sampingan kan, jadi promoter di counter ke, untuk weekend sajalah kan. Kalau weekend itu Sabtu Ahad itu dia cari kerja sampingan, dia boleh menambahkan pendapatan. Ya, itu satu cadangan yang baik lah. Increase her salary. How to increase? Up to you lah. You nak kerja sampingan ke, ataupun you jual barang di YouTube ke, mana tahu kan. Itu banyak cara lah. Tapi itu ialah salah satu suggestion lah. Increase her apa dia? Meningkatkan increase her salary lah. Okay. So that's for questions number 11. Okay, next we go to question number 12. Okay, question number 12. Is it Rosiana? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so Rosiana. Yeah, your times now.
Diagram 12 show a speed time graph of a particle for a period of 37 seconds. Based on the speed time graph above, determine the uniform speed in meter per second of the particle. A is 12 meter per second. 2. The duration of time in second the particle moves at uniform speed. 25 minus by 15 equal to 10 seconds. B. Calculate the deceleration in meter per second of the particle for the last 12 seconds.
Okay.
A equal to 12 minus 0 bracket divide 25 minus 37 bracket equal to negative meter per second.
Hmm.
C. Calculate the value of t if the total distance traveled by the particle in the first 15 seconds is 165 meter. Distance travel equal to area under the graph. 165 equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by 18 multiplied by t bracket plus 1 over 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 15 over minus t bracket plus 12 multiplied by 15 minus t bracket. So use calculator and you can find t equal to 10 seconds.
Okay.
D. Describe the motions of the particle within the last 22 seconds. The particle moves at a uniform speed of 12 meters per second in 10 seconds. The deceleration of the particle in the last 12 seconds is negative 1 meter per second per second.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
all.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So Rosiana. Okay. So for this questions, A1 this is a speed against the time. The graph speed time graph. A1 is a uniform speed. Uniform speed is a 12 lah, huh? Correct. 12 meter per second. And then the duration, 25 minus 15, 10 seconds, correct. And then B, calculate the deceleration. Deceleration means we calculate the gradient. Last 12 seconds. Last 12 seconds is a last straight line. So going down, so negative is correct. And then we just take the two coordinate from the line. That is 37, 0 and 25, 12. Okay, so we use a 12 minus 0, y2 minus y1, and then divide by s2 minus s1. So you will get negative 1 meter per second per second. And then for the C, calculate the value of t if the total distance travel is 165 only in 15 seconds. So in 15 seconds, we have three shape here. Number one is a triangle, 1 over 2 times 18 times t, correct? Number two is also small. Rosiana buat yang kedua itu ialah segi 3 dan segi 4. Kalau saya akan gabung nomor 2, nomor 3 itu menjadi trapezium. But up to you. Cara ini segi 3, segi 4 pecah pun boleh. So 1 over 2 for the triangle, 6 times 15 minus t, correct? And number 3 is a rectangle, t minus 15, 15 minus t times 12. Yes, correct. And then finally, t equals to 10. Very good. So the step is correct. And then all the writing is correct. And the last one, describe the motion. Okay, remember, if we do the description for the speed time graph, kalau dia punya graph ialah speed time graph, you hanya perlu buat dua perkara. Yang pertama ialah bercutan atau niat bercutan, acceleration or deceleration. Another one is a uniform speed. Okay. So di sini dia kata last 22 second. Last 22 second is from 15 to 37 second. We start from 15 second until 37 second. So di situ ada two straight line. Two straight line after 15, iaitu horizontal line and the gradient line, the going down. So what do we mean by the horizontal line? Means that the particle move in uniform speed. Is it how many seconds? 10 seconds. And then the speed is 12. So how this student write out the particle move at the uniform speed of 12 meter per second in 10 seconds. Yes, correct. And number two, why we have two sentences? Because we have two straight line here. So we need to describe two. And then number two, the deceleration of the particle in the last 12 seconds is negative 1 meter per second per second. Very good. So these two answer is correct. Okay, very good. Okay, so how many marks for these questions? 2, 4, 9 marks. 9 marks. Section B, 5 questions, 45 marks. One question around, if we divide 45 to 5 is 9 marks. But the question can be 7 to 10 marks. 7 to 10. 7 to 10. So normally 8, 9, 10. So ini 9 marks. Okay, question number 13. Who is number 13? Saya tengok dulu siapa 13, lupa juga. After Rosiana or Stephanie. Stephanie dia tidak ikut kita pada pagi ini. So we go to Shafika first. 14. We go to 14 first. 14. Yeah. Hello, 14. Shafika?
Mm.
Yeah.
Diagram 14.1 shows a solid right prism with square base ABCD on a horizontal plane. The surface ABKJGF is the uniform cross-section of the prism. Rectangle GJMH is an inclined plane. Rectangles FGHE and JKLM is a horizontal plane. Edges AF and CL are vertical. A. Draw the full scale plan of the solid. We need to draw something that that can be viewed from the front. From the above.
Okay. So this is the answer for A, is it? Hello?
Yes.
And then B. B we view from Y, is it? Okay, this is Shafika answers. The comment, I just want to give the comment for session A. If you look at this diagram, adakah you nampak macam gambar raja ini sudah lari kan? Dia you kena ingat the angle should be right angle, mesti tekak punya 90 degree. Kalau kita tengok di sini, this part I think is not 90 degree, not 90 degree. Maksudnya lukisan awak sudah lari lah. Pastikan tapi ukuran betul 7322. Yes, my answer is 7322. Okay, kita ada 3 column.
Dalam gambar dia lari, cikgu.
Gambar itu masa ambil gambar itu yang lari lah. Okay. And then B also correct, very good. We have dash line here because dia di belakang tak nampak. Ini tak nampak. Tak nampak sebab ini garis putus. Ini garis putus, dia tak nampak. Yang lain itu betul, all correct. All correct. Okay, so I will show my one supaya sebab dia lari sebab ambil gambar, tapi tidak salah lah. Tidak apalah, tak perlu tunjuk lah. Awak itu betul sebenarnya. Okay, A1, yes, correct. Okay, this 9 already involve the UV. UV is 1 centimeter. 1 plus 8, so it's 9. Normally, if you want to write the 9, you need to make sure you have error from V to Q. Supaya kita tahu itu. Tapi tak tulis pun tak apa. Yang penting ialah lukisan dengan ukuran itu betul lah. So this is question 14. Dapat saling dah? Okay. So 15, last questions. Boleh Siap saling kah? Gloria, are you with us? Hello? Okay. So this is your answer. This is your answer. For question number 14. Okay, so we go to the last question for this morning, 15. So question 16, 17, and question 13 just now, is it, Stephanie? So we will continue on next lessons. Next lessons. Okay, dah? Okay, so Wilson, you want to present?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
I use PowerPoint.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, very good. So last question, 15. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Diagram 15.1 show the point 2 and 4 in the straight line y equal to 1 drawn in a Cartesian plane. The diagram is like this. The question, transformation T is a translation to a -3. Transformation T is a reflection in the straight line y equal to 1, and the transformation R is a clockwise rotation of 19 degrees about the center of 2, 2.
Yes.
State the coordinate of the image of the point 2, 4 under the following transformation. The first one, transformation T, is a translation 2 and 3. From the point 2, 4, we move to the right for 2 unit and downward for 3 unit. Then T is the coordinate of T is 4 and 1.
Yes, correct.
Okay, transformation P is a reflection in the straight line y equal to 1.
Yes.
This is the axis. This is the reflection line from this point. Go downward for 3 unit, then touch the reflection line, and also for the opposite side go away from the line for 3 units. So the coordinate of P is 2 and negative 2.
Yeah, correct. 2, negative 2, okay, correct.
Okay. Transformation R is a clockwise rotation of 90 degrees about the center 2 and 2. This is the center of the rotation from the point 90 degree clockwise, so the R is 4, 2.
Yes, you are correct again. 4, 2. Yeah. So number 1 is 4, 1. Number 2 is 2, negative 2. And number 3 is 4, 2. All correct. So make sure that you get the answer. 4, 1, 2, negative 2, 4, 2. Okay, continue.
Next one. B. EFGH is the image of ABCD under the transformation B. This one is the image, this one is the object, and JKLH is the image of EFGH under a transformation W. So this is the object, this is the first image, and this is the second image. Okay.
Okay,
Describe in full the transformation V.
Yes.
This from here to here is V. Is the object, and we can see that the size and is same, but the direction or is different. So this is a rotation, and we can see the center is here. The center of rotation is 7 and 6.
How about the angle? Angle?
Angle is 180 degree clockwise.
Yeah, very good. So remember, for all of you, if the angle of rotation is 180 degree, we no need to write clockwise or anti-clockwise anymore. No need, because 180 degree is clockwise is correct, anti-clockwise also correct for 180 degrees. So we no need to write the clockwise. So your answer is correct. Rotation of 180 degree at the center 7, 6. Yes, correct. Okay, number 2.
Okay, number 2, transformation W from this image to the second image. This is the center of the rotation, and the rotation is 90 degree clockwise at the center 95.
Yes. So second one also is a rotation, but the angle is 90 degrees. So rotation of 90 degree clockwise at the center 95. Very good. Yeah, very good. Okay, so 9 marks also for these questions. So section A, because this is only the form 4, set ini adalah masa form 4. So section A ialah coordinate, and section B do the description. So the answer is correct. Okay. So I repeat the answer for the, okay, thank you, Wilson. So for the B, the description for the V is a rotation 180 degree at the center 7, 6. And for the W, rotation of 90 degree clockwise at the center H. The point is a H, 9, 5. Yes, correct. So Wilson's answer is correct. Okay. Okay, so I think we have already sudah. Okay, saya ada sedikit yang nak beritahu. Okay, so for the question 13, 16, 17, we will do the presentation on next lessons. Okay, on this Friday, we will go to the new chapter, new topics, iaitu chapter 6, chapter 6. Okay, please prepare. Ada Google Meet ke tak ada Google Meet, itu nanti saya maklumkan. Okay, and then for this Saturday, kalau tidak ada Google Meet, so saya perlu beritahu, this Saturday, we have a Benedict Gold Mathematics Championships 2021, So I just want to remind for the students who are involved here, there is Clarissa, Gloria, Nur Shafika, Wilson, Wong, Rosiana, and Evelina daripada kelas 5 elite. All of you are secondary 5. The category is secondary 5. And the session is sesi yang dipilih oleh anda ialah session 1. Session 1 is 10 to 12 p.m. 10 to 12 p.m. Maksudnya, maksudnya ialah in between 10 to 12 p.m. you can start anytime. For example, you start 11, so you will stop 11, start 11, 12:30 lah, because 1 hours and 30 minutes mah. 1 jam setengah kalau tak silap. So kalau anda mula pukul 11, tamat pukul 12:30 lah. Bukan bermaksud tamat dia pukul 12, bukan. Means that in between the 10 to 12, you can start anytime in that range. 10 to 12, you can start anytime from that. But 1 hour and 30 minutes. So make sure that before you start, you already go to the toilet, and then make sure that you need to focus 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I hope that these competitions can help you to increase your the skill, the abilities and performance, and then the most important can help you to get the core curriculum smart, because this year I think we still don't have a competition face to face. So I think the competition online is very important, and I believe that at the end this competition will be international kebangsaan level, national level at least. So it will help you to get KK marks. Okay, so I think that's so kepada nama yang saya sebut tadi, kalau tidak ada di sini, kawan-kawan tolong maklum mereka. Yang ada di sini tolong dengar betul-betul hari Sabtu ini this Saturday and then see you on this Friday. So I think that's all for this morning, and then we stop here. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.